Hello friends, and welcome back to another video. Today I am bringing to you a Q&A, something I haven't really done much on this channel, but I do have a few questions that I just thought I would answer for you guys today, and yeah, let's get straight into it. The first question, there's a couple of like mum questions and a couple of health questions is sort of, and then one or two YouTube questions as well, so I'll sort of try and categorize them together. So, tips on regaining some self-discipline. You look amazing, by the way. Thank you very much. Honestly, for me, routine is what keeps me disciplined and just reminding myself of what my goals are. And also just having balance, because I feel like if I am too strict on myself, that is when I just go way crazy on the other end of things. So for me, having a good balance, I found calorie counting has been really, really helpful for me. I know that doesn't work for everyone. So, you know, I think you need to know your personality and know if that sort of approach is going to work for you. But for me, discipline is definitely something that is like a bit of a character trait, and I'm quite disciplined when I need to be, but I definitely find that getting into a routine is the best way to just continue reaching for your goals. Like if you're doing the same thing every day, it definitely helps. It doesn't seem like as big of a chore. For me personally, I have a really good routine at the moment that we get up and go to the gym at 9:30 for the mums and bubs sort of time limit. Harper can go in the crèche. It's a really good form of like me time for me. So for me, going to the gym isn't a chore at all, which makes a massive difference. Ziggy, sit, drop, drop. That for me is a massive, massive thing and helps out heaps and heaps, because when you become a mum, you don't get much time to yourself, and that time that you do get needs to be used efficiently. And I find that going to the gym for me is the best thing to do with that time. It makes me a better mum. It gives me more energy. I have goals to work towards at the gym, so I have a purpose for going there, not just going and burning as many calories as I can like I used to. I feel like having strength and performance goals makes such a big impact, and I definitely think that for me is what really works, having goals to achieve, especially like with my weights and stuff. That really helps, and wanting to get my steps per day, that sort of thing. But honestly as well, it all comes down to timing. I feel like you can say for months and months, like I need to do something, but you won't do it until you're ready, and you won't do it well until you're ready. So you just need to get to that point in yourself that you are truly, truly ready to make a change for yourself, and just do it. The hardest part is starting, in my opinion, and once you've started, you can only improve from there. Biggest tip for motivation to lose weight. I'm struggling to find time and motivation. Honestly, motivation is the sort of thing that ebbs and flows. It comes and goes. I don't think motivation is always going to be there, and that's when I guess your discipline and your routine kicks in. I think discipline is important in that time, because motivation can only last so long. But then sometimes if you're lacking your motivation, maybe your body does need a rest for a few days, or, you know, calm down for a week, something like that. I, at the moment, am about to have like a week away, so that's a perfect time for my body to rest and reset, and then I'll shock it again the week after and get back into action. So my weight loss goals are sort of on pause this week, and there's no pressure on that, and when I get back, I'm excited to then, yeah, get back into it. So I think motivation is something that is going to disappear, and that's when your discipline and routine is going to kick in. I think routine is the best thing for that, because once you start doing it every day, it becomes normal, and it becomes just part of your everyday life and not like a big chore. So whether that's booking into a class, like going to the type of gym that you have to book in, and then that costs money to cancel late as well. Most places that do like strength and conditioning classes, if you're going to cancel within the last hour, it's going to cost you $10. So to me, that's a really good motivator, because I don't want to lose out on $10. And even if I don't feel like it that morning, I would rather just go and not cop a late fee for no reason, really. So maybe that would be a good option. You know, maybe start out with like a F45 or a Body Fit, or a, what's the other, V2? Is that another one of the, you know, like one of those places? Or, you know, I go to BioFit and they're great there. But yeah, strength and conditioning, like gyms that you have to cancel, like you have to book in for, I find are a really, really good motivator, because you're already booked in, you're already more accountable before you've even started, sort of thing. So that might be a good option. Next sort of questions are like a bit of mum related questions. The first one is, I'm 9 days postpartum, tips for surviving the newborn stage. Personally, our newborn stage was super, super messy. After having a really rough pregnancy and a rough labour, Harper then had really bad jaundice, and we actually ended up back in hospital 2 days after getting out because she had lost too much weight and wasn't latching properly. We struggled a lot with breastfeeding, and so, to be honest, a lot of our newborn time is like a bit of a blur. She then also had hip dysplasia, so she was then put in a brace for 10 weeks. So I feel like a lot of our newborn time was spent dealing with her hips, so I don't feel like we really got to soak it in as much as I would have liked to, or as much as I hope to with our next baby when we get pregnant again. But honestly, don't focus on, like, as far as being like 9 days postpartum, just focus on getting through the days, keeping your baby alive. You have no expectations to do anything else with your day. Don't worry about the washing, don't worry about cleaning the house, anything like that. So you get back out. Just get through the days. Enjoy the snuggles, because before you know it, they won't sleep on you at all, and they also won't want to cuddle you that much. Like, Harper is so independent now, so just embrace it. Make sure you have a shower every day. That's really a nice way to feel fresh every day. Get a Kindle. That's what I wish I had in like newborn days, was a Kindle. It'll stop you from watching too much TV and also just scrolling on your phone. It's such a nice way to like escape if you are breastfeeding, or even if you're bottle feeding whilst you're holding the bottle and stuff. I think it's just such a nice way to wind down. Books are a great escape in general, but as far as like surviving newborn stage, that's all you need to do, is survive it. I feel like there's so much pressure on everyone to do so much and get out and about, and for me, I can't sit still, so we did go out a lot in the newborn phase, and I hope to again with the next one, because I'll be even more confident. But when it's your first baby, you don't know what you're doing. Like, it's all brand new, and just survive. Like, just embrace it, enjoy it, just take lots of photos and videos and snuggle that baby as much as you can, because let me tell you, once they're on the move, they don't want to be cuddled almost ever, unless they're teething really badly, and even then they might not want to be held. So yeah, just enjoy the fact that they don't move yet. My next question was, what does Harper's sleep schedule look like? And to be honest, we are a bit flexible. Maybe that's why she's not a good sleeper. She naps great. She puts herself to sleep. So generally she'll get up around 7-ish. I don't wake her, so anywhere between like 6:30 and 8:30, like realistically. And then we go to the gym. So then by the time she gets home and has some solids, she usually goes back to sleep about 11:30, where she'll sleep anywhere between an hour and a half and 2 hours, and then she's up for another few hours. Her wake windows are like between 2 and 4 hours, sort of. Yeah, she goes back to sleep generally like around 2:30 or 3-ish. Usually that's a short nap, maybe 45 minutes to an hour, and then she's up until, generally we get her to bed by 7 or 7:30, but a couple of nights a week we're out. Like, we always go to Hayden's parents one night and my parents one night, and that's always closer to 8 o'clock. And that's pretty much it. I'm not too strict on her sleep. I do like her to have a big nap after the gym, and that sort of lets me reset the house for the day. But generally, I go by her wake windows and we just sort of wing it, to be honest. Hardest and easiest part of being a mum. The hardest part for me definitely is the lack of sleep. I definitely don't have a baby that sleeps great. She's not terrible, but she's definitely not the best either. We're still up probably twice a night every night, and that's like good nights. Our good nights, she's up twice, or once. Once is a great night, twice is a good night, and then it can be anywhere from 3 to 4 times. So yeah, she's definitely not the best sleeper ever as far as like nighttime goes, and that I find really difficult because I'm the one that has to get up, because I'm the one that breastfeeds her, and also Hayden works full time, so I wouldn't want him to be getting up and having work. So that would be my most challenging part. But there are I couldn't even tell you the easiest part, because I feel like being a mum comes quite naturally to me. One thing I've always wanted to be, I've always wanted to be a mum. I've always wanted to have children around me, and I just feel like it's somewhere I really thrive. She makes me so happy every day. We just have so much fun, and I just love to make her giggle and watch her learn. Like, she's learning so much right now. She's like a full sponge. She'll copy things that we do, and like the joy that a little human can give you is unmatched, and I just feel so lucky, and I can't wait to have more, and I'm just obsessed with her. So just being like her mum, it's just crazy. I still can't believe that I am a mum. Like, I still, like, every couple of days to Hayden, I'm like, I can't believe that this is our little girl and she's our daughter and she's going to be our daughter forever and we just get to love her and teach her things forever and ever. Like, that is just amazing, and I just think it's the best thing, and I just feel very, very lucky. The next question is, what will you do in terms of filming when Harper is too old for naps and will need entertaining more? Honestly, this is something that I haven't thought through yet. I will be getting her into childcare, so that could be on a, like, I'll probably film on a day that she is in childcare. I think childcare will be really good for her. I think it will be really good for her social skills. She obviously goes to the creche every day, so she's pretty good around other people. But I definitely think, like, being in a childcare, she will learn so much and they'll be able to dedicate so much time to teaching her things, and she'll be exposed to so many awesome things. So that for me is something that I find really exciting. And then, yeah, I guess, like, she'll still nap for a few years yet. I'm pretty sure a lot of babies are still napping up to the age of 3. So, I don't know. I'm just going to sort of wing it, I guess. She's very, very good at independent play, and I love that about her. She loves playing by herself. She loves learning things by herself, so that's very helpful. Obviously, that might change at some point. But to be honest, it might just be that I can't upload 2 vlogs a week. It might just be 1. I might not get enough content anymore for 2 when I am having to spend more dedicated time with her. But I'm honestly just going to wing it like I do everything in life and just see what happens, I guess. And we'll just see how we go. And the last question, I did have more questions, but I actually lost the screenshot of them. So, sorry about it. How has having Harper changed your relationship with Hayden, if at all? And honestly, it changed our relationship so much, I can't even explain it. In so many good ways and bad ways at the same time. Not bad ways, I guess, like, stressful ways, because we just have a lot more that we can argue about. Life is more stressful with a baby in general. Like, it just makes life high stress because there's always someone to worry about, always someone to think about, and always someone to take into consideration. As a mum, and I know all mums will feel this if they have a partner who works full-time, it's really, really hard to not resent your partner. And I'm sure they feel the same way sometimes, that we get so much time with the baby. But it is so hard some days if you've had a bad day with the baby and you're so overwhelmed and so, like, emotionally and physically tapped out. Our job never stops. And it's very hard to not get frustrated at your partner, who has then worked all day and earned money for your family all day long, and to not get frustrated when they don't instantly do things that you need them to do. I just feel like our communication has had to be so much better, which is such a good thing in the long term, because our communication is better than ever now. And I feel like there was moments there where we really had to calm down and talk to each other properly, and we're really not, like, nasty to each other. We don't, like, call each other names or swear at each other or anything like that. We've always tried to stay really kind to each other. But it definitely, in the height of being, like, sleep deprived and things like that, we definitely have snapped more at each other since Harper's been around and just argued over little minuscule problems. So, yeah, we definitely have had our moments. And there was a while there, I feel like, and every couple, I believe, from all the mums I've spoken to, everyone feels this at some point. You feel like your spark almost disappears for a minute. And you're just more like parents than a couple. And it's really hard to sort of feel like you're a couple when you're just in the midst of parenthood. So we have tried really hard lately to spend more quality time together and just, you know, spend the end of the night having a chat and a catch up. And, you know, we chat all day anyway. Like, Hayden will call me when he's, like, throughout the workday and all of that sort of thing. So we are really good at communicating, and, like, he's my best friend, so we, like, love to chat, and he just makes me so happy, and we have such an amazing relationship. I'm so proud of us. We're 8 years in. We've been dating since we were literally children at the age of 17, and I feel like we've grown so well together. And yeah, having a baby, definitely, even for such a secure, strong relationship, a baby really puts a spanner in the works, because there's just so much extra pressure and stress around. And there's, like, family dynamics change, and there's just so much going on all the time. Definitely, like, with him working all day, and sometimes he could have had the worst day ever, but my day feels like it's been the worst day ever too. And if she's been really upset all day and cranky or not slept and I've had no break, all I want to do is palm her off to him when he gets home. But he needs a break too. Like, he's just worked all day. He needs to rest at some point as well and have time to himself. So it's really hard finding that balance and trying to remember that both of you are working all the time now, like since having a baby, whether or not you're physically at a job or whether you're parenting, they are both jobs. And mine never stops. Like, I work 24/7 because then even when he's home, I'm making sure we've all got dinner sorted, and then I'm up in the night with her and breastfeeding her and pumping, so that then when I do go out, she's got milk to have when I'm not there. And, you know, there's just so much to it. And so, yeah, I feel like at the moment we're at such a great place where we communicate so well, and we've worked really hard to sort of get our spark back, I guess, and be a couple again. And now that we can leave her, we can go on date nights. And yeah, it definitely has been a roller coaster, but he's the best. And, you know, we went into this knowing that this was it, and we got married and we love each other, and this is the life we've dreamt of for years, and it's finally real. And I just think we're so, so lucky, and she is just incredible, and we're so obsessed with her. And so I just think, yeah, sometimes, out the way, Zig. Get out of the way. And sometimes you just have to put your pride aside and apologize first, and I'm very good at that, because I hate when we argue. It makes me literally feel sick to my stomach. And because we've never really argued that much since having her, it's felt like we argue a lot, even though we probably still don't argue like that much. We bicker like an old married couple, because we are an old married couple. But yeah, things definitely are different, but now it's good different. I feel like for a minute there it gets like just difficult, but you know, at the end of the day, we're a team. We are on the same side, we're on the same team. So I just feel so lucky to have him and be doing this parenting gig with him and be spending my life with him. And I just wish that he liked YouTube and was willing to like put his personality out onto the internet like I am, because you guys would just love him. He's just the best. Anyone who watches who like knows him in real life would know exactly what I mean. Like, he's so goofy and silly and caring and kind and hardworking, and there are so many qualities in him that I can't wait for Harper to show as she grows up. And yeah, I just feel lucky to be having children with him and having this life with him. And I just, yeah, I wish that he was like not as, I don't know, he's just not into this, which is so fun, but I'm like, oh, I just wish you were, because everyone would love, like, you guys would just love him. Like, he's just the best. A lot of people online don't share their partners, and that's so fun. And some people like really thrive as a couple online, like, and have, that's their persona, is like as a couple. But yeah, he just, it's not his thing, and that's so fine. But I just wish it was, because he's just the best. But I've now been rambling for 20 minutes, so I'm going to stop this video here, because it's suddenly a long video. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you are not already. And I will see you in my next video, which will be on Friday. Bye.